A productive day. The
You had a
stream is always
productive day.
I did.
Yeah.
I have made a commitment to my health, and so I'm finishing week 5 of being real intentional about what I consume, and about moving my body every day, and it's going to the gym and working out as well as going for a walk. So yeah, I did that, and I think that's about it.
That's
I
good.
can,
Listen, that is a very productive day. You
yeah,
spent the day doing what you knew you needed to be doing for you. For like, what did I say when I first sat down? I said, comfort is the key to longevity.
yeah,
The way we become comfortable is that we do things that releases pain, works energy through, keeping a strong big muscle. Tell you, golden.
yeah. I feel real good. I've been doing it. So this is the end of week 5, and I can see, I feel a significant difference in my body, and certainly in my mindset about going about doing it, because initially you may have the desire, but then there's the resistance, and so
Right.
there's no resistance. I'm looking forward to getting in the gym. So I've been going to the gym 5 days a week, and I've been doing moving my body every day, doing something. So Angelique, hey baby, how are you? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I did today, and then I had to take a nap.
Yes. Again, essential. Essential. Because you would not be comfortable right now if you was like, oh God, I'm so tired.
I know.
I could just prop me up in the corner. That's what I used to tell them at work. I'm like, you could just prop me up in the corner, not sleep this time.
No, I knew that in order to come on, I had to get a nap,
Yeah.
because I've got these friends. I love them, but I have them so spoiled. Uh, one of them called me at 2 o'clock this morning, and then the other
Two.
one, and then the other one called while I was on the phone with that one. It's like, I got y'all too spoiled. So I walked them back from the cliff, and then I went back to sleep. But it disrupted my sleep cycle, so I had to get my sleep on the back end.
Yeah, I hear that. You got to get it where you know you can get it, and don't let
Yeah.
nobody stop you from getting it when it's time to get it. It's the only time you're gonna be able to get it. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. I didn't do much of nothing today. I mean, I did, but it was just taking care of me. I just laid in the bed. I was like, I'm not gonna put anything on my agenda today. I said anything I get done is extra, is a bonus. So that's just what I did, and I was just easy with myself. I watched a lot of videos that made me laugh.
Mhm.
I um what else did I do? I stretched really good. Oh my god! So I was cleaning up some of the kitchen and whatever because I ordered groceries. They had them delivered. So hell yeah, mute yourself for a second because it's echo. Let me see.
Where's my mute there?
I don't know. Okay. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So just while I tell the story. So I did a good stretch. So I was cleaning up the kitchen and I got some of the fruit and stuff that just was, it's past prime. It's time to take it out. And I knew grocery was coming. So I was like, let me clean out the old first. So I gathered them up and I take them outside, and I didn't have any shoes on purposely, of course. And I just let my feet hit the grass. And this song was playing. I can't even remember what song it was now, but this song was playing. And I just started walking outside, and it's cold. It was like 40 something, maybe 40 degrees, maybe less than that. And I'm just walking outside and I'm just dancing. And I start doing yoga. Next thing you know, I'm bent over backwards. I mean, it felt so good to have a moment where I could go with exactly what I was feeling without having to press it against any kind of time. Because I would go outside before work, but I knew what my time was. And I knew if I need to wrap up, but that there wasn't even a thought in my mind that I needed to go at any type of pace. So it just went where it went, and it was just magical. It was just magical. I loved it. It felt so good. And then I came in, and then this this. I wrote it on this. You can't see it, which is a good thing because it's my masterpiece. Like it is my masterpiece because I came back inside and I was listening to a voicemail that I had sent Coach Shay Shiv. She was one of the last speaker of the Healing Summit. And I was re-listening to the voice message that I sent her because I wanted to refresh my memory of what space I was in when I left the message because I need to send her email. Well, I don't need to, but like I told her, sometimes I can be a little extra because I want people to have all the content that I want them to have. And I re-listened to it, and it was something that I said to her that clicked for me. Because, I've been, we all go through this rebranding. When we are rediscovering ourselves and moving into new spaces, we want to say what we've been saying, but we want to say it different. We want a new logo. We want a new, we want all these things. And we're just like spinning and spinning and spinning. But I was like, start listening to what you're talking about when you're describing what you do. So I went back and that was just an in the moment thing because I was just, in a hurry. I was on my way to the dentist. I was in the car and I'm just flowing, And I went back and listened to it and I heard this one line. And I'm gonna read part of it. I ain't gonna give y'all all of it. But it says, realigning yourself to fit the lifestyle you want versus the lifestyle you're living. And this I added in the moment when I'm hearing this, I'm writing it down. And then what came immediately after that was, so I'm going to read it, the prompt again and then go into what came to me. Realigning yourself to fit the lifestyle you want versus the lifestyle you're living, and how to move smoothly through the cognitive dissonance while aligning the two. Because so many times we are, I wrote that down too, because I didn't want to lose it at all. Sometimes we are, how do I say it? This is where we want to be, right? But this is who we are. We have that cognitive dissonance. And then we become who we are, or we don't become who we are, but we make it to where we want to be. And we still have that cognitive dissonance. So a lot of times we are taking on the responsibilities of someone we haven't become. And then a lot of times we become the person we want to be and we don't move. And it's like a lot of times we fall into one of those two categories, and it's suffocating because you are something that you have been wanting is here, yet the circumstances around it, whether it be you or whether the circumstances themselves, don't align with what this ain't what I want. This ain't what I was thinking though. It's here, but what do I do? And that is the type of coaching that I do. It's the energetic alignment. Yes, okay. Whoa. Stay right here. Stay right here. You ain't got to run back one way or another. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to try to snatch everything up here to where you want to be because you went ready. Now you're panicking. And you don't have to be here and know that you are solid and you are ready to do exactly what you want to do. But you ain't got no money, or you ain't got no support, or you ain't got no you don't know what's next. You don't know what to call it. You don't know all these things. And that energetic alignment allows you to let go of where you are and where you want to be, and just be right here and see what is working for me. Now, what do I want to do with this? Let all that other stuff go. Those are learning tools. Those are energetic things that have shaped you into doing what you're doing, saying what you're saying, asking for what you're asking for, seeing what you're seeing, coaching the way you're coaching, and moving the way you move. But that's brilliant because if you look at it and know for sure that, hey, I did this. Okay. So now from knowing that everything is circling through me, I can now intentionally filter in those things that I want to be duplicated. And eventually they will outweigh those that do not. I don't have to go back and fix anything. I just got to focus on adding what I want, adding what I want, adding what I want, adding what I want, adding what. And eventually, only thing that will come to me is what I want in different shapes, forms. I can be surprised, like this little piece of paper. I didn't know this was coming today, but
that is so good. And as you were talking, this is what I wrote. I can't remember who said it at the summit, but I wrote, I had an inner conflict with my outer environment. You remember who said that? But that's what we're talking about.
That was LaShawn Fleming Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's who said that. That's exactly what it is. Yep, indeed. So yeah, that right there for me today was that was worth it all, because I know exactly what I want to do with it. I know exactly.
Mhm.
I'm clear now. It's just like, woo, that was good.
Woo. Doesn't it feel good when it's like, I got it, I got it. You have
I
that
got it.
moment
Yep.
where you've been trying to figure it out, and then all of a sudden, and usually, like for me, it wasn't anything that I did. All the stuff that I was doing, trying to figure it out, that was just stressing me out. But when I
Yeah,
got it,
yeah,
it just came unexpectedly, came out of the blue. It's like, oh, and I remember saying, oh my God, that's for me. It was the power of the subconscious mind, understanding that and teaching clients how to tap into that. And when I did it, it's like, oh my God, that's it. That is the missing piece. That's the piece I've been looking for years and I couldn't figure it out. But I got it
mm-hmm,
now. And
mm-hmm.
it was like, all the angels in heaven singing now. But this is a great lead in. You always ask me, and so you can ask me now, Susu, what's up for you?
DrSue, what's up for you? Da-da-da-da.
Okay. I'm so glad you asked. Listen, today is December 13th. That means we've got what, about 2.5 more weeks left in this month. Now, what I typically do, and I usually started in October, but I got sidetracked. I don't even know what I was doing in October, but I usually started in October just to begin to do a personal self assessment. Who is the me that I be? Who is the me that I want to be? What changes and or transformation, if any, do I need to make to begin to make, to be very intentional about making as I move into the new year? Because many of us, and I would venture to say most of us, have something that we want to transform, although typically what we'll say is we want to change. What change isn't transformation. Change can be very temporary. I can change today and be back the same person or the same thing tomorrow. Transformation for me is very intentional, and it is more of it is a change with permanency. And so I began in October typically to think about who do I want to be, but equally as important, who do I want to take into the new year with me, and what do I want to take into the new year with me? Because there were some people in my life that in years past and even this year, I decided, no, this is the end of the road for us. We can't go any further. And there's no, and if you choose to do this, let me suggest to you, there's no ill intention, there's no ill will. It really, the process that I am suggesting and that I use just requires me to get real clear, to get connected with me and to make sure I'm in an alignment. And when I'm clear on my values, then I can assess the people and the things that are in my life and decide if they are in alignment. And if they are not in alignment, I have choice, because you have choice in everything. You can choose to know that they're not in alignment and stay with it anyway. There's that cognitive dissonance we're talking about. Or you can say, okay, this is not in alignment with who I am or who I choose to be. And I'm going to let that go because it has served its purpose. Everything and everyone comes into your life for a specific time and a specific purpose. And all too often, we try to hold on to people, places, and things that no longer serve us. When we do, there's that cognizant dissonance again, that and you're angry and you're just out of sorts because it ain't supposed to be that way. You ain't supposed to be with that person. You ain't supposed to be at that job. You ain't supposed to be in that place. You ain't supposed to have that thing, that car that you're trying to get that you can't pay for. You ain't supposed to be in that house that you got 10 bedrooms and you can't even afford to pay for one. What are you doing? Ask yourself, what are you doing? And this is a great time as you go into the new year. Well, not even going into the new year, but as you come to the end of the year, this is a great time to just sit with yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing? And who do I choose to do it with? And where do I choose to do it? And how do I choose to do it? Be very, very intentional. So often, what happens many times, and we've been programmed to this, to think about New Year's resolutions. Well, y'all, 21 days later, you ain't gonna even be doing that. You ain't gonna do it. A resolution. I don't make resolutions. Many years ago, I stopped making them, but I didn't have anything to replace it. Now I talk in terms of what am I committed to doing? What is my commitment? And for me, commitment is more than just a desire and a thought. It is action. It's action with that. So if I am committed as I am, I'm committed to losing the weight that I have gained because of stress and poor eating habits and all of that. I'm committed to doing that. I am now at the end of week 5. I didn't wait for the new year to get here in order to do that. I'm very conscientious about what I am consuming because I am committed to doing this, right? And so commitment is, you don't need a specific date to get started. You don't need new January 1. You don't need somebody to be there with you and help you think through it. It's good to have a coach. It's good to have someone who, if you can't see the forest for the trees, it's good to help somebody to help you see not only the forest, but also the trees that are relevant to you. That's great. But if you need to have someone to do that, then you need a coach that's going to help you realize that you don't need to need somebody, right? So all of that is what's coming up for me as we move toward these last few weeks. Think about who is the you that you be, who do you want to be, and how do you choose? Because it is choice. How do you choose to move to get there?
That's what's up. No, that's I'll show what I do. Oop, hang on, I got it. So I'm gonna ask you. So I know I've seen the vision, okay, and I'm just gonna put this on Facebook, put everybody on blast. I don't care who here, who don't. It is what it is. I'm just making a decree. What do they call it? Decree. I'm gonna make a decree. Me, Dr. Sue, Shay Wilson, Sarai Namor, Michelle Hardy, and my distant cousin Benny. Those people, for some reason, keep circling my mind like cherubs. You hear me? You know, it's a sweet annoyance. It's just like, okay, type of situation. And I've been kind of keeping tabs on everybody. And everybody is just kind of like, because it's me. First of all, because it's me, because they be like, oh, this joke off to something. She's in her head. She's been quiet for quite some time. She's about to come out swinging. And I am so ready to just like express to the world what spiritual leadership looks like. Because I think spiritual leadership is the definition of authenticity. It's like my spirit shows the charge that I will make every day for myself. And I want everyone else to do the same. I'm not going to get in your way because I'm making my charge every day. And I'm doing it because that's what fills me up. And I stay full, which is why they say, Kat, you need to give from your overflow. I stay full because I stay in the space of doing what fills me up. And I want to do it with people who are genuinely doing that too. And I just feel that from those individuals, and it's not that I don't feel that from other individuals. It's the consistency of it, because even in the darkness that I've seen, every of those individuals on from close up or afar, there's just a beauty to it. There's been a beauty to it. And yeah, I'm excited. So what has it, individually for you? Because I know this is individually for me, because this is something, let me be very specific. This is something that I want my business platform to be built on. I want to be known as that person who can look at someone and say, I see that in you. And you're like, I saw that in me too, but I thought I was crazy. Like, no, I see it. Come on. Come on, so we about to amplify and let's see where it goes. It doesn't have to stay there. But I know as soon as your spirit stepped on that road, a possibility of what that might look like, your baby jumped in your belly. For all of my church heads out there, your baby jumps in your belly. And that's what ATBA is. It stands for. We are able to be able, right? We're just able to be able. We ain't got to do nothing. That's what it means, free will, really. It's because you can do anything. If I want to right now, I can run enough times and I will run through that wall like Roadrunner. Is it smart? No. Will it be painful? Hell yeah. But I can. And it's nothing else that I can say after that that I can't do also. I can, and I can put anything after that. But what I choose to be is just be authentic and move in my gut, move on instinct and on intuition, and know that that will, what they say, make room for me. ATV, hey baby, on the way. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you again. What's stirring in your soul? What makes you excited right now? What's got you excited?
Um, I am excited about being able to connect with women, especially women who believe that they have a divine purpose. Now, I know that we all have a divine purpose, but we don't all realize that we do. Um, I do not want to. My message is one for everyone, but I'm not in the struggle with those who have to be convinced of who they are and where they are. And so I'm excited about women, working with women who maybe they're at the beginning of their spiritual journey, maybe they are in the middle. It doesn't matter where they have are in the process of making a commitment to be their highest divine self. And I view myself as a way shore. I'm a support. I'm a mentor. I'm a coach. I'm a teacher. I have all of these divine gifts that God has given me. And I'm just excited about being able to use them to support other people, but also to teach people how to tap into their own, how to tap into their own. You know, for instance, like intuition, some people will say, oh, she's so intuitive. I don't have any intuition. Oh, see, Carrie, I made a commitment that I'm going to stop cussing as much because I was getting out of hand, y'all. My apologies.
Not out of hand.
I get totally out of hand. So I am coming back in alignment. And I tell you, I don't know if you and I haven't talked on this platform in a while. So I don't know what I have shared, but about it would be 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I think I told you, but I had this experience in church where God said, I'm passing the mantle on you. And what I was told is my people are hungry for my word. My people are hungry for my word. And not in terms of preaching. I'm a teacher. I pull in the spiritual realm, but I am a teacher. And so what I saw when I had that experience, it was like God was opening my mouth and I could see all of these people for as far as the spiritual eye could see. And they were up like this with their mouths open and the words were coming through me to them. And in that process, I was saying to God, but I don't know the Bible like that. I don't, I'm not a Bible scholar in that way. And he said, know you not that I place my word in your heart. I place my word in your gut, even before you were born. And so, just rest in that. And what I find is that in those moments when I need to tell a Bible story, it comes. They come. And even if I can't remember the details, I remember or I know enough to be able to go and find the story that's in the Bible. That is what God is sharing with me. So I'm excited about clearing away the wreckage, finishing clearing the wreckage in my own life. I'm excited about walking into 2025 with a clear conscience, clearly aligned. And we're going to always be in the work. This is as you evolve spiritually. For me, this is what spiritual maturity is about, understanding that you will always be in the work. That is the work. That's why you're here. to always be evolving and getting better. And does it mean that life is going to be smooth sailing? Y'all, I'm not going to say the word that came to my mind, but the answer is no. No, doesn't mean that there's going to be smooth sailing, but it does mean that your soul needs that experience in order to expand so that you have more of your gift to bring to the world. More. And so, I was having a conversation with a young man about spirit, an aspect of spirituality. And he, what I said to him is, and y'all can, however you feel about it, it's okay. I'm just telling you what my beliefs are. I said to him, I don't believe in heaven and hell the way it is taught in most churches, because for me, heaven and hell is between your ears. It is in your mind. It is the thought. You can have all the riches in the world, you can have all of the abundance, but if you are in cognizant dissonance within your own soul, that is living hell. That's what they call that, living hell. And by the same token, you can have nothing at all, no material possession. But if you are in alignment with your spiritual maker, then you can be happy. And for me, that's heaven. That's finding the joy in being the spirit that you are. Life is not the way we have been programmed to believe that it is. And so I'm excited about helping people understand that there is a whole new way of looking at it. I ain't trying to force anybody to believe anything that they don't believe. I simply want to share a perspective. It is a perspective that when my son died, my only child, this perspective allowed me to say continuously, and I still say, I'm just so grateful. I am just so grateful that God allowed him to share space with me for 39 and a half years. Y'all, that is no time. And I was especially grateful, and I still am grateful that the last 6 months of his life, we were here. Now, if I was not in the space that I'm in, if I had not reached the level of spiritual evolution that I've reached, I would have been devastated. That was my only baby. My only baby. He was he and I, we have always been a package deal. You don't take him, you don't take me. You don't take me, you don't take him. We come together. Half of me is gone. If I wasn't in the space, I would have been broken, lost in a mental institution, because I would have felt my life was over. But no, I just want you to understand that when you understand who you are as a spiritual being, and you really, really become intentional in that way, and you become committed in that way, and you understand how, as a human, God has put us together in such a perfect way. And your subconscious mind it contains all of the information from this life and from all of the lives that you've lived. So when you say, I don't know this, I don't know, sit, baby, just sit in the silence. Don't try to struggle and make it work. Don't try to pull it apart. Just sit, because when you connect with the divine, you realize that you and the divine are one, and all of the answers that God has, you have. So I'm excited about sharing that message. Really excited.
Man,
I
I
feel
tell
like
you,
I'm preaching.
that's it right there, though. We are in a space of making, we're in a space of being an example of what it looks like to live the practicality of spirituality. This isn't this is something that can be applied to anyone's life in any circumstances, for any reason, for any outcome. Any outcome, bad outcome, good outcome. What are you putting in? Like you're saying, like, if you hadn't been in a space in your life, now think about the space. Think about any space. Any space. We say that if I hadn't been in the space that I was in, look around your room right now. Everybody on the live, just look around your room and look at this space, and look and see what's in the room. No matter what happens, you will look within that room to find what you need. Say the lights go out. What are you gonna look for? You're gonna look for matches, a light, a flashlight. It's like gotta be in here somewhere. You don't really know where it is, but you know somewhere in here it's at. Or for instance, if there is a fire, what are you looking for? The water or a fire extinguisher, whatever. But it has to be in the room. And a lot of times we spend a lot of times filling our rooms with things we don't need, like memories, like information about other people so we can use it in a future situation. You know, like those things we hang on to. Let me remember. Oh yeah, because that day she was wearing. Because and I'm gonna remember that because if he bring, you know what I mean. We will keep notes on people. I'm done. Clocking people's times. Okay, she said this time when I asked her this. I'm gonna ask again in a week and see if her answer changed. We all done it. I've done it. Ain't been that long ago. Okay. But when circumstances start to happen and the lights go out or there is a fire, it's something. If you look around your room and all you have is information on other people, what you gonna do? That's why it's important to spend time in your energy and seeing what is in here and what needs to go. And when I make that room, like Dr. Sue said, now what am I going to fill it with? That I am enough, that I can do this. I am worthy. We have to fill our energetic beings with all of the things that we have because, yes, all of the answers are there. But if it's so cluttered up with information on everybody else, what they said about you, what they did to you, what they didn't do that you wanted them to do to you, the apology you didn't get, you know, I'm just saying, look around your room. Put it there. So don't be mad at me if you don't like what you see in your room. But what I am telling you is now that you see it and know that you're the one that put it all there, guess who can take it out? Guess who can discard it? Guess who can take the energetic fertilizer off of it? Because that's why it keeps growing. It's because you keep filtering everything through it. And that gives it energy every single time. Every single time. I think I'm in love with energy.
I know. Me too. Me too. I do.
Halima! I ain't seen Halima in years. Go ahead, Dr. Sue. Hey,
I
Ray Bell.
I love energy too, and I wish that more people really understood it because we are energy beings. It's not a foreign thing, but it is foreign to us in that the way we have been raised as human, we have been divorced from that part of us. And if you want the abundance, if in whatever area you want it, you got to bring it back into, I mean, it is who you are. It is who you are. It is you want to find love. Love is energy. You got to give it to you so that you have enough to put out there, and then it brings it back, y'all. Stop looking for the man. Stop looking for the woman. Start looking for you and at you and feeling you. And then you have something to, as you, people feel love because it is so, the energy is so powerful. People feel hate. People feel anger. All of that's energy. You don't have to tell a person that you're depressed. People feel that lowered energy. You don't have to tell anybody you're sad. Your whole body just kind of shrinks and falls over.
Yeah.
But when you're happy, it's like, oh, like a flower bursting forth in spring. But you get to choose. You get to choose. Now, granted, I said this on the summit. Sometimes the depression is biological, so don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that all depression is choice, but much of it is. Even the depression about the depression about the biological depression is what we have been programmed to have. There are people who have life-altering events that impact their physicality, their mentality, and everything, but they're not depressed. How can that be? because they're making a choice as to the mindset that they want to have. They're making a choice as to how they're going to embody the energy and what energy they're going to embody. Y'all, it's choice. It's choice. It's like looking at the head of a pen. If you could see the head of a pen and all those little dots on it, every one of those dots represents an opportunity in terms of how you choose the opportunities that you have to choose, the direction that you want to go, how you want to receive information, how you want to share information, how you want to feel about information. Become intentional. We're not zombies and dummies. God, I don't have a word for the magnificence that we are. Lean into your power. Lean into the God did not create a creature that is more divine than you in every way. You don't have to think about breathing. You don't have to think about your heart beating. Once they teach you how to walk, you don't have to think about walking. You don't have to think about tasting. Yo, what other thing can you imagine that has all of this going on and doesn't have to think about anything? But what I'm telling you is be intentional. Those things that you can think about, those things to give you the quality of life that you want, become intentional. Make a commitment to do, be, and become that thing or those things. It's all about choice.
Yes, indeed, it is. I think Martin over there, he said, y'all vibing, y'all bringing it tonight. You better believe it, Martin. Of course we are. And I can't believe Halima was one of my, I ain't gonna say my very first client, but one of my very first clients years ago. Like I ain't gonna, of course I can't tell her business, but like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, it's very nostalgic for me. It's like it's almost like if like a teacher had a student or something, but not really, because like that was one of those things, one of the examples, like you said, people who are seeking coaching or seeking whatever it is that they're seeking. Sometimes it's not necessarily coaching. It's just, sometimes it's where they are in their life or just a nudge or encouragement and things of that nature. And that was one of those things because you shouldn't, if you're going for a specific thing, put it that way, you shouldn't be with that coach on and on and on and on. You know what I mean? It should put you in that trajectory to where you're like, I got it. You know what I mean? It's just like I just needed a push. I just needed somebody to push me. Like kind of like when you remember the sticks. If you can just pop that clutch, I just want to get one good push you off to the races. That's what I felt when I saw her. And I'm like, yeah, it brought something back with me, like that beginning spark that I used to have. Especially with this, it's so fitting. But did you say something?
Yeah, I was just thinking, all of my clients, regardless of age, become my children. They all do. They're all my babies. I tell them in the very beginning that we're not going to do this thing where you stay attached to me forever, not in that way. What I'm going to do is support you to become the you that you want to become. And then you go off and you do what you do. And if you need me, I am still here. It's not like I am out of your life. You can always reach back. You can always reach out. But I think that it is disabling of the client to have a coach who coaches in such a way that that person becomes codependent. That's not what I'm about. And that codependency simply feeds whatever it is that the person may have been struggling with in the first place. No, what did Jesus say? Give a man a what?
A fish, and he'll eat for a day. Teach him how to fish, and he'll fish for a lifetime.
Because the reality is that as we move and evolve, we're going to be experiencing different things. But you got to have that opportunity where you stretch you fly, you test your wings out and see, okay, so I went to this coach and I was in this space. And now I feel like I'm in this place. And so let me go out and just kind of flex my wings and flex my chest and do all that stuff and see. And then what's going to happen, y'all, because it's real. Like life is going to present you with something else where you will realize, oh, yeah, I understand that. I know that, but I need to work on this. And then if you have gelled with your coach, and if your coach has the capacity and has the ability, then you come back to her or to him. But if they don't, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else, right? Because what I've seen is with certain high profile coaches that people take pride in saying, well, I'm a member of this person's tribe. And I ain't gonna call no names. Y'all can put in whatever names you want to. I'm a member of this person's tribe, and I'm a member of that person's tribe. And I did this, this, and this program with them. And I did this, and they call out the numbers in terms of how much they made. I said I wasn't gonna curse. Y'all, I'm just saying, ain't nobody impressed by that. And if you look at it, you're just spinning your wheels, you're going around and around in the same circle. Because if that coach was really your coach, they would tell you, go somewhere and try this out. If you still need me, come back. If you still need coaching, look at whether I can give you what you need. If I can't, go somewhere else. You can always be in my community, but you don't have to be attached to me like an appendage. That's crippling, y'all. That's crippling. So if you're with somebody just so you can say, oh, I'm a member of her tribe. Hey, I have coached under the best. I have been coached by the best. I can do that too. But I had a realization one day, and it stopped being about being coached, that I was being coached. And then I had the realization as I come to understand the back end of the coach's business. Oh, I'm being played, y'all. Now it's all about the money. Ooh, don't leave nothing on the table. Business is business, and I am not anti-business, because I have to learn how to market my business and do the same thing. But I'm telling you, you are if you're not, become a conscious being. Use what God gave you to make a determination as to, am I being served? Am I being served by this person, by this program, or am I being used by it now so that they can become more powerful, more financially stable, all of those things? I just had a thought. Become a millionaire in 6 weeks. Y'all, now come on. Come on now. The person who is promoting that who's marketing that way, 6 weeks, yeah, it was like a 16-year 6 week, but they figured out, now I can show you the gloss. I can show you the gloss and do the, as Muhammad Ali would say, and do the okey doke. And I got you coming in thinking that you're gonna become a millionaire in 6 weeks. That shit ain't happening. Oops. Just saying. That's what I'm thinking about as we lean into embracing the end of this year and spreading out, expanding into 2025. Become a conscious thinking being. Don't be used by anyone. Coaches are phenomenal. I love coaches. I am a coach. And right now I've got a couple of coaches. So coaching is a phenomenal thing, but don't be used by it, and don't just be in it to say that, I'm a member of this person's tribe. If the person ain't serving you to help you get what you want to become, who you want to be, what the hell does being a member of their tribe mean? Nothing. And ain't nobody impressed when you call their name, because perhaps everybody else understand what the game is. You the one that don't see it. I'm just saying.
Some of them see it, they just want the clap behind it because they're having trouble gaining traction. Am I overstepping? I don't know. Because they're having trouble gaining traction on their own. And let me go back to a few minutes ago. Look around your kitchen. If there's more things from other people that they doing than what you doing, then that's why you ain't getting no traction. Because your tread is more thin, because it's caked up with other people's information. You need to work on being authentic. You need to work on you. What is going on? And a lot of times you can start, your beginning package should always be what you want to work on, because that's what you're going to be more passionate about, because you need to send yourself through it, and then you teach other people how to do it, and then you keep expanding from there. That's for free. That's free. That's a good number 101 coaching tip. Let your package be something that's fresh for you. Because, baby, this here, being authentic and getting what you want, I can say so much about that right now, but I ain't trying to, I ain't trying to go to church with y'all. But there has been things that has happened for me that I was like, if I just have this, then I can do this, this, and this, and I let it go. And then things start to happen that's weird, and it's these phone calls, and then this person do this, and then this and that, and this thing, and no, what I said I wanted is in my bank account, and I'm not kidding. And I didn't do anything but believe that it was going to show up, and I assiduated myself accordingly to it along the way. Okay, when it gets here, I need to have this done, this done, this done, this done. And I found myself getting frustrated because a lot of shit was piling up around me that I couldn't use until what I asked for showed up. But I could have been complaining that I didn't see it the whole time and looked around my kitchen and not had anything I needed. Or could have been shopping energetically and lining things up that I didn't know what to do with, so that when what I need showed up, all I had to do is look around my kitchen and say, get in line. We about to cook, baby. We about to cook. Because that's where I am. That's what they say. I tried not to go to church, but I think I might have slid through the doors.
Yeah, that's what I love. We come on here late night happy hour. I miss you, Carrie Irene. I love the energy. I love our energy, and I love the fact that we keep it real. Keep it real. And I just want, at this point, I just want everyone, I want you to have a great life, not just a good life, a great life. I want you to understand that happiness is often fleeting. Happiness is like the high note. Unhappiness is like the low note. Where you want to find your space in between. That's where the joy is. It's a little bit up, it's a little bit down, but you found the flow. You found the flow. But you can't find the flow if you're too busy being in somebody else's life. And you can't find the flow if every time somebody else has a product, you spending your money and your time promoting their product and saying, I'm in their tribe. I'm being coached by them. Yo, come on now, come on. Because we all have gifts, and we all have greatness within us. It ain't no maybe I have it. That's not it at all. We've got it. And sometimes, most times, it is just covered with so much. Anyway, it's
Shit.
It's covered with so much stuff that we can't see it, feel it, or know it's there. And as you move into the end of this year, if you haven't done so already, commit to doing this. Begin to delayer. Begin to take that shovel. For me, the word why is like a shovel. Because if you're showing up a certain way, start by asking yourself, why? Why do I do this? Where did that come from? What am I? Y'all, there's always a payoff. And sometimes when you're initially looking at the behavior, the thought, the whatever, you may say, well, I'm not getting anything out of it. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, you're getting something out of it. So look at what's the payoff for me. Maybe if somebody is perhaps emotionally abusing you and you say, well, I'm not getting any payoff. Yeah, you getting somebody in your life that says, when they're not abusing you, I love you, because you want to be loved. So look at it. Look at you. This personal development work is deep. It's hard. When you do it right, you get to some dark places, and you have to look yourself in the mirror of your own mind. And you can lie to the world, but never lie to yourself. You're not going to get to authenticity if you're not transparent with self. Lie to me, lie to Carrie. We can't help you if you do. I'm just saying. But as it pertains to you, never lie to you. And that was a hard lesson for me to learn. And one of the reasons it was so hard was because I didn't know I was lying to myself. How about that? The programming is deep, y'all. It's deep. But if you are committed to connecting with self, you can do that process of unlayering, of delayering, and getting rid of the stuff that does not serve you or support you.
Absolutely, indeed. Well, hey, that feels like a natural wrap up to me because tonight, I mean, I feel like I just needed to talk. I just need to say a whole bunch of stuff that I've been saying in my head out loud. And that's really what we do here. It's what we say. Whatever comes up,
Time is
comes
out.
out every time. And that's how we do it. And you know, Dr. Sue like to tell our business. So we come on here just to see what she's gonna talk about. Oh,
I do,
Dr.
y'all.
Sue. Dr.
What?
Sue, before we get off here, I got to put this comment on the screen. What?
My friend.
And on that note,
I missed you. Kisses to you, girl.
oh Lord have mercy. Yeah, and the funny part is I called it. I can't get off this without documenting this day. 8/5/8/56, 12/13/24. That's funny. That's funny to me. I can't help but laugh. It's hilarious. All right, Dr. Sue, I love you so much. It was so good.
I love you.
And I can't wait till the next time. Cousin. Wow. All right. And until next time, we love you. We're rooting for you.
Love you.
And
Love
we
you.
look forward to connecting with you. Get in contact with us. We'll both drop our links in the comments. I have until, what's today's date?
13.
Till tomorrow. Today is the last day that you can sign up for the Tiffany. Today's the last day you can sign up for the 45-minute energetic mapping session. I'll put the link down below. I'm only doing it on Mondays and Thursdays. So if Monday and Thursday of next week is full, I'm not taking any more after that. So good luck out there, y'all.
Yeah.
Good luck out there, y'all. I love you so much. Do you have anything you want to say before we leave out?
I was just going to say, be on the lookout for the webinars that I'll start doing effective January 16th. I'm going to be doing webinars on mind mastery and helping you to kind of move through your stuff, giving you some tips that you can use that you can use immediately. You know, I like to give real content. I like to give quality content. So that's what's on the horizon. And yeah, I'm going on vacation, y'all. But I'll be working.
Don't slide off of here when you dropping that, and then you gonna act like you ain't gonna tell us where you going. Like you grown.
Like I'm grown, y'all.
Like you grown.
Looking forward to reconnecting with y'all real soon.
All right. Nah, we'll see y'all later.
Bye.